All right. Well, I am super stoked to be with you this morning. I want to thank my friends from Hatching for thinking of me and the good work that we do in Imperial County. So this is us. That beautiful agricultural photo there is a real photo. It's not Getty Images or a stock photo. That's us. So who are we? Where are we? We are at the southeast tip of California. We border Arizona and Mexico. California does not end after San Diego, y'all. There's a beautiful agricultural community with beautiful people, rich culture, and wonderful educators in Imperial County. We serve about 36,000 students in the K through 12 system. About 75% of our students are considered socioeconomically disadvantaged. 40% of our population are English language learners. And about 15% of our adults in our community have a 4-year degree or higher, which is up from 10% when I started, so I'm gonna take some credit for that. I'm here to speak to you about an initiative that we have in our community that I have the good privilege of leading in Imperial County with the school counselors and administrators, which we call the Imperial Valley Counselors Roundtable. The Roundtable was established in 2001 as part of a college-going initiative. How many of you remember those? When we were preparing students for 4-year degrees. That's it, that's all we talked about. A to G completion and 4-year degrees. I acquired the program around 2006, 2007. These are quarterly meetings. Like I said, we're heavily focused in that one area. So I had the good privilege of doing work with our counselors, our administrators during that time. And then in California, something happened in 2008, if you recall. There was a recession in California. And what happened as a result? Many of our school counselors were laid off. Okay, I was there during that time and unfortunately saw that happen. I looked at a statistic, and in California, 163,500 California workers lost their job to layoffs from 2008 to 2013. So, a few years went by, and we realized we needed our counselors back. So I worked with our districts, we hired counselors back, and I was there to support our counselors when they returned to work. As you can imagine, when they came back, morale was low. And another interesting thing had happened. Education had evolved. The role of the school counselor had evolved. We were looking at more than just college and career readiness. We were looking at social emotional well-being. We were looking at comprehensive programs. So in that return, we noticed that there was a little bit of a gap. School counselor confidence, as well as knowledge with regards to the different areas that we were going to be targeting. I was fortunate that I was good friends with Hatching Results, who have been partners with us for over 20 years. So during this time, as I was noticing what was happening in our county, I started engaging in conversations with Trish and Danielle. And just talking about what was going on, what I was noticing, and we started thinking about a plan and what we could do. So during this time, we had to get laser focused. During this time, I was building trust with our school counselors, because after you've been laid off for 2 or 3 years, and you come back and it's, oh, let's hit the ground running, let's go do this, that's a really hard place to be. So it was lots of love, lots of building trust with administrators, helping them understand the role, the need, so on and so forth. So just keeping that focus on those comprehensive school counseling programs and being data-driven. So, as a result of that focus, we started working on what we were calling the Imperial County School Counseling Academy. That was our goal. So what did we do? We met in the fall of 2016 for our initial kickoff meeting. But what's important to note here is that this meeting took more than a year to plan, because we had to build trust, we had to build relationships, and we had to ensure that everybody was going to be committed to the mission. I wasn't willing to just bring Hatching down to do something to see if something would happen. So it took an intentional year of planning for this to happen. We knew it had to be inclusive of all K-12 districts in our community, okay? We recommended attendees, but in my mind, it was gonna be required. District administrators had to be in the room. Site administrators had to be in the room, at the table, with all of their school counselors. I said, shut down the counseling center. The kids will be fine. You have school psychs. You got other people who can give a hug or fill out a plan. And if they need a schedule change, they can make an appointment for the next day. Okay? We did do a minimal cost to attend because we felt like I needed that investment. The agenda was going to be focused on the ASCA National Model, the evolution of school counseling profession, and agreements for next step, which was going to be the Imperial County School Counseling Academy. We got everybody there. If they didn't sign up, I went and got them. Okay? We got them. So here we go. Year one of that Imperial County School Counseling Academy. I asked for a 2-year commitment. We focused on the use of data. Again, required district and site administration in attendance, okay? The goal was to build a school counseling handbook and calibrating our tier 1 focus areas across the K-12 spectrum. And we needed critical mass, and we got it that first year. It was beautiful. Then we went into year 2. Same focus, same attendees. We did a nominal cost to attend, same areas of focus. Year 2 didn't go as well. If we got half of the folks back in the room, it was a lot. We do have success stories, one of whom is here today and now works for our department and is supporting school counselors in our county. We did have success with those who stayed, but it was not as successful in year 2. So we had to have a lot of patience, because what do we know? Good things take time, okay? And during that time, we had to love our people, okay? Not everybody was ready. It scared some folks. Some folks said, I'm gonna retire soon. I don't wanna do this, right? We gotta love our people, and you have to do it authentically. We can't just say we love them. We have to love them, we have to love them where they are. And part of loving them is listening, helping them to feel safe, giving them a safe space to say, I don't know, okay? Part of loving our people is also nudging and pushing and expecting. Part of loving is accountability. And that's what we did. We loved our people and we persisted. We had to meet people where they were. We played with who wanted to play. And then we kept loving and gently nudging until others came along, okay? So we continued with our Counselors Roundtable. And this was our Counselors Roundtable National School Counseling Week celebration in 2019. These are our peeps that we loved and who are coming along with us, okay? And we continued 2019 through 2014 with that focus, that patience, that persistence, and that love. During that time, We continued to build trust and community. I told them, leave your mascots outside when you come in. We're one counseling community, okay? This got us through the 2020 COVID pandemic. This was during the inception of Coalesce. We supported counselors when they came back from COVID. When the rollout of the school counselor's role in mental health, we had our community. We applied for some grants to increase the number of counselors in our community. And then the thing that we wanted happened. We had a breakthrough. People understood, they were engaged, and this was our community in 2024. And this is 2025. Just this couple weeks ago. We have over 130 school counselors in our community. Every K-12 school in our county has at least one credentialed PPS counselor for the first time ever. How did we do it? My time's up, but it's all there. Plug and play, y'all. At the end of the day, we just have to be intentional. We have to love our people. We have to persist. We have to hold them accountable, and we have to build trust and give them a space. They have the knowledge, the information. Sometimes they just need a little love. We have a big job. And while we get to stand up here today to celebrate success, this is also a call to action. We've never needed our community more than we need each other today. So we will continue to meet, to learn together, to focus on the 3 domains, to implement a comprehensive school counseling program for them. They need us. And if we don't do it, we'll be sorry, because they need us. At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. So I thank you for your time today. Those are our counselors, some of our great counselors there. Thank you for all you do. Continue to persist, to love, and to persevere. And we will continue to make a difference in the lives of all our students and families. Thank you so much.